everybody. Let's turn some light on. How's everybody doing? Happy new moon in Libra today. This is a new moon in Libra while Venus is retrograde, which is its ruler. So this is a very interesting time for people in terms of relationships and anything to do with partnerships, relationships, you know, soulmates and things like that. A lot of people are going through some craziness right now in terms of breakups or just coming to terms with how the relationship should be. It could be good for people, it could be bad for some people, and it could be relationships in family relationships, so soul groups. It could be relationships in terms of business partnerships as well. So this doesn't have to be just like a lover. This can be other types of relationships that you have. All right. So we're going to pull some cards and let's see how things are going for you this week. Hi, good to see you all. I'm Brandy Joy for those of you that are new, and you just pick A, B, or C. And then I pull a few cards and tell you a little bit about your week and what to expect and what you can do to make it even better. So, hi there. Good to see all of you. I'm on Facebook Live. For those of you that watch the replay on YouTube, I do Facebook Live every Monday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. If you would like to share this with your friends, you are welcome to. And pick A, B, or C if you haven't already. All right, everybody. You like my background? Yeah, this is my my Halloween background. I got it last year and I used it a bit last year. And so I was like, you know what? I need to use that again because it's Halloween for a little while, you know, a few weeks. We got A. Oh my goodness, a lot of A's. C. Okay. I'm shuffling the cards while you're choosing. So go ahead and choose. All right. You about ready? A, B, or C? A, B, or C? Choose A, B, or C. Happy new moon, everybody. It's a good time to really put some new intention into your life in terms of wherever Libra's at in your chart. Okay. Oh, you're getting married on Wednesday, 10/10. Well, congratulations, Samantha. That's wonderful. Oh, wow. Hello, Debbie. Okay. Let's pull these cards. They feel ready. Okay, so you ready? Choose A first. I'm feeling something right here. All right, A. We have the, I just call this the Knight in Shining Armor. This is the Knight of Cups. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. A, you got 10 of Pentacles. Okay. And you've got the Page of Wands. All right, so it should be a pretty interesting week for you if you chose A. All right, B's, you ready? Woo! B's, you got the Death card. All right, you're going through some Scorpio stuff. And the King of Cups. We have a lot of cups going on, a lot of emotional stuff this week, makes sense. In terms of this Libra and Venus stuff, right? Feeling something right there. 8 of Swords for B. So B looks a little tougher for you. We'll talk about that though. Right? Okay, C. 9 of Wands. Yeah, again, right? Yep. Some people are still going through that. Dark night of the soul type information, right? Knight of Wands, another wand card for our C's. So looking fiery for our C's. And Page of Pentacles. Okay. So let's read these cards. You ready? Got quite a few things going on here. They look pretty, well, they look pretty different for the most part. Okay, if you chose A, and it continues, yeah. Right? Okay, so if you chose A, we have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is a card of moving forward in terms of love and creativity. This is an emotional card. It's a card of heart. So this could be an approach of a lover this week. It could be an approach of a soulmate or an ex-lover, somebody that is in your soul path in terms of love. All right. So this could be an approach of someone. Many of you will have an approach this week. And some of you, this might be you. You might be approaching someone else, or it even could be that you are just using your emotional energy to move forward in terms of maybe your creativity or passion, right? So this is an approach or a moving forward. So it's some type, I'm getting an approach here for most of you. So there's an approach between you and a potential lover or an ex-lover. There's definitely something here in terms of a communication, okay? So this is, if you chose A, we have the approach. Now, we also have the Ten of Pentacles for you, and that's saying that you should be a bit social this week. So if you chose A, you have this approach coming, and it could be a new lover, it could be an old lover, it could be somebody that is a potential soulmate, but you need to put yourself out there is what it's saying. There is someone in your path this week, someone that is looking for you, manifesting you, and so you need to put yourself out there this week. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which is very much about community, about soul groups, and about being social in terms of that physical energy. So that means putting yourself around people. Okay, so whether that's going to some yoga classes or some drum circles, it is the new moon, or some type of, spiritual place, that might be a good place for you if you're a spiritual person. If you'd like to do other things, then go do that, right? But it's saying to put yourself into social situations. And then we have the Page of Wands. Again, that approach that I was talking about, I'm seeing communication, I'm seeing a message, right? So this is the messenger, and this is coming from spirit. So it's saying that this is something that is supposed to happen. So it's some type of karmic communication. It's some type of karmic thing that's going on. And this could be long term. It could be short term. I'm not saying there's either one, because I have so many people that chose A. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but there is some type of communication. There is some type of message here. And it's saying that you're going to put yourself into some social situations, and that you should, and that there is something here that needs to happen or needs to be worked out. Okay? So if you chose A, put yourself out there, deal with the relationships, whatever it might be. Now, this could be something that's already going on in your life. It could be something that you need to resolve. It could be something old that needs to be resolved, or it could be the approach of a new lover. Either way, I'm seeing something in terms of communication that needs to be worked out. Some type of approach, some type of manifestation of two people coming together to either work something out or to start something new this week if you chose A. Okay. If you were concentrating on business, as Greg is asking me, and you chose A, then this would be very similar, but it would be like a business partner or someone that is going to help you or give you some advice in terms of that. Because this is Libra, this is Venus, and I'm seeing a lot of like karmic stuff. So this would be someone that is going to help you, maybe give you an idea on something you could use, or some type of help, or some type of working out something, right? In fact, I've had people come into my life very, very short, times. It's like you just meet them once, or maybe for a very short period of time, maybe a couple of weeks or a month, and then all of a sudden they're gone. And that relationship, that very small time, helped tremendously in a certain way. It enlightened you, or they gave you a message that you needed. Maybe they tell you something that you need to use in your business, for instance. They could tell you some tool that you might need to use for your business. It could be something that's simple, but it's a karmic thing that needs to happen to help you on your path, or maybe to help them on their path, or both. So if you chose A, there's something there in terms of communication, in terms of a soul contract, where someone's going to help you, you're going to help them, or mutual. Something has to be worked out there. In terms of love, business, whatever it might be. Okay, if you chose B, we have the Death card. Okay. So the Death card is a card of Scorpio energy. This is something that we're dealing with right now. This month, we have the sun going into Scorpio this month. We also have the Day of the Dead coming up, and this is supposed to be a time of depth, a time of renewal and rebirth. But also we have Jupiter in Scorpio, and that's going to be moving out of Scorpio into Sagittarius soon. So people are kind of wrapping up some Jupiter stuff. You know how we keep seeing on the media with sexual secrets coming out, right? The past about year or so, I can't remember how long it's been now. But once Jupiter went into Scorpio, that's what started happening, because that is what Jupiter in Scorpio is all about. It's about sexual secrets coming out, because Jupiter expands things, right? And so that's what's been happening. And so that is that kind of energy. It's the sexual secrets. It's things that are in the depths that people don't know about or don't want people to know about, maybe feelings, vulnerabilities, anything like that. So you got this card for the week. So it means that something very deep is going on for you if you chose B. If you chose B, this is a time of Scorpio energy for you this week. Now, so this is something either to do with your vulnerability, maybe feeling very just vulnerable in general. You could be feeling very vulnerable. Maybe you just got hurt. Maybe your heart is aching. Maybe you lost someone or something. So there's some type of very deep, vulnerable, sensitive, going through the underworld type of energy for you this week. Maybe you're going down into the underworld this week and you're exploring the dark side of yourself, or maybe you're exploring painful things that you don't want to deal with necessarily. But this week is kind of throwing you there. It's saying, hey, this is you right now. You have to deal with this. And so this is a deep time for you, a very vulnerable time for you. And this can be a very hard time, but remember that these hard times don't last forever. Okay, so this is going to give you some things that you can learn to work with. It's not necessarily bad when we lose someone or they pass on. We all pass on, we all die. And if you're dealing with a death this week, this doesn't mean you're dealing with a death. But if you are dealing with a death, maybe of a death of a relationship, maybe a death of a person, maybe a death of a pet, then, we all pass on. And so the energies are always there. It's not that anyone dissolves and goes away. Yes, that personality and that body do go back, but the energy and the soul is always there. Soul energy, even if it's an animal, yes, everything has soul energy. So this is a time of, deep exploration this week. This is a time of, going down into the underworld a bit. Yeah, you feel out of your comfort zone, right? A lot of people right now that are choosing B, I can see, would be feeling very much out of their comfort zone, feeling very just like, oh, I don't want to deal with this. How can I escape it, right? Now, the advice that you're getting is the King of Cups, okay? You're getting the King of Cups. The King of Cups has control over his emotions, okay? He is controlled emotion. So what this means is that even though you're dealing with something very uncontrollable, emotionally we are not very controllable, but it's saying to learn to deal with your emotions in a controlled way. And the way that you can do that is through resiliency work like meditation. That's why I do tantric meditation. I was just talking to a friend on here earlier about how, as light workers, we've had tough lives, and I've had a very hard life that I haven't really shared a lot of my life with people and told people some of the crazy, insane things that I go through and that I have gone through. And so when you go through those kinds of things, you learn this King of Cups. You learn to be more in control of yourself and to develop the resiliency, because if you don't, then you're going to go down the other path, right? And end up in a psych ward or committing suicide or something horrible, right? That's the bad path. You don't want to go down there. Instead, you want to be the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is about resiliency, emotional resiliency. And the tantric meditation that I do is wonderful for creating this resiliency. This is what saved my life. And this is why I share it with everyone all the time. I have it on my YouTube videos. I have it in our Vibe membership. I have a tantric course up on Vibe courses. You guys know that I'm all about this. And so this is what you need this week if you chose B. You need to be practicing something. Something in terms of alchemical work, something in terms of spiritual deep work. Now, you can't just sit there and try to just quiet your mind when you're like this. When you're in this stage, this is low chakra stuff, right? This is lower chakra stuff. This is stuff that you don't want to deal with. So jump in there with some deep tantric vibratory sound healing. That is what will help you. Now, you also got the 8 of Swords. Funny enough, right? 8 is the number of Scorpio, okay? 8th house. So it's giving you the 8 of Swords, which is mind, all right? So what it's saying is, here you can see that she has these like bandages around her, pretty much, these like ties around her, because her mind is creating the mental trap. And so it's saying here that, you know, all this water and emotion down here, and you can see there's a castle right behind her, but it's behind the swords, and she can't see it. She's not looking at it. That's you right now. It's saying you're mentally trapping yourself, and it's time for you to mentally open up and let go of those blindfolds, let go of all of that stuff, and learn how to create resiliency in your life, right? So this is a time for you to do some self-nurturing this week if you chose B, all right? Mental healing, okay? You can't just talk yourself through this. You have to do some serious spiritual work in order to create that letting go type of energy. The chakras have to open. They can't just be stagnant and like feeling like, an anxiety. You have to let it out. Do some emotional release work with Tantra. Do some meditation work. Do some breath. Every single day you should be doing breath work. Every single day you should be doing sound healing and vibratory work very loudly. I don't care who's in your house. Do it anyways. Okay? My family used to call me, I'd say I'd sound like a machine. And I'm like, good, come in here and do it with me. Right? That's what you should be doing. If you chose B, you should be putting yourself out there as I am healing myself. If anybody wants to join me, come and help yourself, because I can, you know, do it for myself and you can do it for yourself, and be that leader, be that light worker, that person that shares the light with others, right? Because when you create more brilliance and resiliency of your own, then that will shine for others and that will inspire others, but it will also heal others as well. Okay? So then we have C. Hi, Mandy. I'm only seeing parts of what you're writing. I'm on my phone, so I can only see the first sentence. So I can't see everything that you're saying if you're saying a lot of stuff. Now I can go back after, when I watch the replay, I can go back through the comments and I can then read it and respond to you, but I can't really see what you're writing on here as it's scrolling up. Okay, just so you all know, I'm not ignoring you. All right, so the 9 of Wands if you chose C. So if you chose C, the 9 of Wands is like the battlefield. This is like, okay, after the battle, you're beat up. So this week, you're feeling a little beat up if you chose C. Okay, you're feeling like this guy right here, and you can see he has a bandage on his head. He's looking over skeptical, like, who's coming for me? Who's coming for me? Right? And we have all of these wands up here, but these aren't swords. These are wands. These are action and fire. So they have green on them. So you can see the green is growth. So there's still potential here. This isn't like the trapped mind card that we were just talking about here. This one is more like developing the resiliency, dealing with it, but still feeling very beat up, you know, just still feeling like, oh my God, I've just gone through so much, which means that you need some self-nurturing as well, right? And so what I'm getting here is we've got the Knight of Wands, okay? So I'm really feeling like this is about you moving forward. So what it's telling you then is you're feeling beat up, but now use that energy, that fire, that wand energy that's still here that you have, that resiliency, and just start working on something. So there's some type of work to be done by you. And that work, whatever it might be, maybe it's a business, maybe it's some type of creative project that you're working on, but you need to be like really just using that energy this week and doing something creative in terms of creating something, in terms of creating, it could be anything, you know, just create. It could be working in your business. It could be working on yourself. It could be working on crafts or art or music or whatever it might be. That is going to help you with some self-healing, okay? It's saying to be the student in terms of your own life path. So this one's a little different. If you chose C, it's more about you're feeling beat up, but you're still being resilient. You're still doing some work. So it's saying you got the fire, you're going to keep going and to use that energy and to create and move forward. So, I'm seeing a better time for my C's. I'm seeing more of like a, creating something here. So this is like creating a thing, like it could be working on your finances, your money, your house. There's something creating something. I'm getting a creative energy for C's. So whatever that is that you need to be working on or that you've been thinking about working on, you need to be doing it this week. It's going to help you with that resiliency that you need because you have gone through a lot of stress in this past probably eclipse time, maybe the whole past year or two, but you definitely are feeling very beat up internally, and maybe it's even really affecting you externally in your finances and things like that. So it's saying work, it's saying put your head to the grind and work. That's what I'm getting for C, is create, work, do something you're supposed to be doing and focus in on that and make it happen and really work it. So don't just think, oh, I just got to work my regular job this week. It's saying that you need to be doing something extra. So whether that's doing a budget, maybe you need to help yourself financially, come up with a better strategy or plan, or create something in your life, work on your business, move forward in terms of some type of creative potential in terms of manifesting more money, manifesting something in your life. It could just be happiness from creating a project or something. It could be that you're creating an art piece or you're writing a book, right? But I'm just seeing create for my C's. So that's going to be a good energy for you this week. Okay, because you still have the resiliency even though you're feeling beat up, and that is what is going to help you to feel better, is by using that fire energy and creating or doing something, something. It's something physical. It's something in the physical world. So again, it's either money or business or some type of project, something there that you're going to create. And that's what you should be doing this week is what it's saying. Okay. Okay, great. Oh, thank you for joining me, everyone. And I will see you Wednesday night, of course, for our horoscope of the week. Happy new moon in Libra to all of you. We'll go into more depth on the astrology of the week Wednesday and the weekend, of course, and talk a little bit more about money and love. So happy new moon to all of you, and I will see you on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. If you want to chat, let me know. And I'm not doing readings right now. I'm about to create a new calendar, but I haven't got around to it. I'm very busy, and I work with my Vibe membership a whole lot. We always have 2 lessons a week, and we have a private chat community. We're always, in there. So if you wanted to get more with me and learn from me and learn to do this stuff yourself, jump in our Vibe membership. It's only $15 a month. That's all I charge, because I want to make it as affordable as possible for all of you so that you can join me, and then I can share with more light workers instead of just doing one-on-one with everyone all the time. That is what I'm really focusing on now, is just working with more and more people, more light workers in terms of classes. And again, the private chat community, you can, have private discussions with me and everything. So anyways, thanks y'all again, and y'all have a good rest of the week. Bye.